Okay, so...
All right, then.
Right. So, in reality, this life, it is nice that, our husbands do go out and support us. They do allow us. We do have the opportunity to stay home and be the home caretakers and take care of our children. Mm-hmm. And we don't have to worry about putting our kids in daycare and paying, $700 a month for one kid. Yeah. We have that chance to be able to take care of our kids and raise them the right way. And that is our plus side, but there are ups and downs, and it's not an easy life. It is a very hard life, and not everybody can do it. You have to be a very strong person to be able to do this.
Yeah.
Very strong.
It's a roller coaster. There's a lot of fun. There's a lot of good times.
I don't catch up.
This is my dog, Lindsay. But, there's a lot of bad, too.
I don't want kisses.
Let me just move my dog here. Sorry. No, this is ass in your face. Sorry.
Good times.
So, but, like I said, I know that you guys are considering a lot of different states for this show, but PA and West Virginia, like I said, we have one-of-a-kind husbands and we're one-of-a-kind wives, and we do a lot of different stuff. We hang out and have some fun, and
hell yeah,
and
we don't ever get to do lots of fun by ourselves without our children. So
yes,
our children would be a very big part of this show if we were to get chosen, because like I said, we are stay-at-home moms. That is our job. And me, myself...
It's not all big party.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
It's like, I just changed a shitty diaper. Whoop,
whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop. I completely forgot what I was saying. I'm not going to lie.
But listen, you need to really choose us. Like I said, my idea about, the teen mom where you take women... That's my cat, sorry. Where you take women from different states... and incorporate them all into the same video, episode, and, flip back and forth between the different states so that you can show the different personalities, show the different companies.
The different ways of lives.
Different ways of life, different problems.
Yeah, everything is not the same to everyone. It's not a big party like everybody seems to think that it is.
It's not black gold.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Black gold is completely
black gold
fixed.
Is staged.
It is completely staged. My husband says that too. Shane says that all the time.
Yeah.
He's like, they can't talk to you like that on the rig. They're not allowed to. No. It's illegal for them to talk to you like that on the rig. And Shane says that all the time. All the time. Every time we watch it, he says that.
And yet we understand that things need to be a little bit larger than life because everyday life is boring. But I guarantee the problems and things that we struggle with on a daily basis when our men are gone is going to be anything but boring.
Yeah.
I guarantee that we're going to break a lot of hearts across the country. And, maybe along the way, the truth can come out because,
people just don't understand, our way of life. They think that, oh, yeah, well, your husband has such a great schedule and you don't have to work and it's all peachy keen. Well,
and you have a
it's
big
not.
Paycheck and
it's not, because honestly, I can honestly tell you, yeah, my husband does make good money, but the money that he makes all goes towards bills. Seriously, right now, we don't have much money at all because we still have bills to pay. We have a house. We have 2
Babies
kids.
to feed.
That's what you got to worry about first, is your kids.
Yes.
If I go hungry, if we don't have money for me, for myself, for food, at least I know my kids are taken care of.
Absolutely.
That is honestly all I care about. That really is. Mm-hmm. I could care less about anything else, to be honest with you. I could care less if my gas got shut off in my house. As long as my kids are fed and my kids have diapers, my kids have a bath, my kids have a place to sleep, I don't really care.
We are just praying. We are praying and pleading with you to please choose Emily and I to be part of the Oilfield Wives, because
I think we could really show
how
it actually is. And people don't understand, like I was saying, people think, oh yeah, you guys have such a good life. Your husband works 14 days on and gets 14 days off. Well, that 14 days goes by real fast when you have kids at home. That 14 days goes by real fast, even if you don't have kids at home. It is not something that is easy, and like I said, not everybody's cut out for it.
It goes fast. This is most people live their life day to day.
Yep.
An oilfield family lives their life in hitches.
Exactly. That is a very good way of putting it.
Yes.
Very good way.
And, when they're home, for their 14 days, it feels like 2 days.
Yep.
And when they're gone, it feels like a year.
And in that 14 days that they are home, you got to think, they're gone for 2 weeks. You get 6 months out of the year every single year that you are in the field, no matter what. You only get 6 months out of every year. You don't get more time than that. They don't get time off for Christmas. They don't get time off for Thanksgiving. They don't get, you know what, honestly, we had our son 2 months ago, and my husband had to miss 3 days of work for it and did not get paid for it because they don't allow that. They allow maternity leave, but they do not allow to be being paid for it. And my husband had to make that choice because he was not missing the birth of his child. And that's something that's not easy. Like, you have to honestly live your life hitch to hitch. And it's not an easy job. It's
not guaranteed.
Exactly.
Nothing's guaranteed.
And honestly, like we said, talking about their pay, yeah, they do get paid good money, but most of their pay comes from their overtime and their per diem that they get, and that's not guaranteed money.
No.
So they go out there and bust their asses for us, and it's not always guaranteed that that's what they're going to get.
No,
it's not.
Something else that Emily and I can bring to the table is, a lot of times through the summer, when the weather's good, we like to go up and hang out with our men. While they're working, and
sometimes we get to go out on the rig, but it's against policy
Safety,
for us to do
OSHA.
out there. Yeah, so sometimes we're allowed to. It just depends on what they're doing, but. Myself, I have seen the rig a lot.
It's amazing.
It is. It is so awesome. I love going and watching it.
It is amazing.
It is so awesome. It is.
It just makes you, it brings a tear to your eye because of how proud you are of your husband.
And seeing what they actually do. And, seeing it up close, you see how dangerous it actually is.
Yeah.
And it is very dangerous.
We are our husband's biggest fans.
Oh, hell yeah. I am, for sure.
We are.
For sure.
And that's another reason why we want to do this show, because we are so incredibly proud to be Oilfield wives.
I am. I wouldn't change it for anything.
It's an amazing honor, and like I said, I would give anything to be part of this show, and I think that it's going to be a huge success. And I commend you guys for even coming up with the idea. I think it's just amazing.
So do I. Because it'll actually show people that it's how it actually is.
Yes.
Because people just don't understand it. They really don't.
No.
They think that it's a great life and, it sucks, to be honest with you. It does. I'm not going to lie. It sucks. It is hard. It is very, very hard. It is a very stressful life. But, this is what we chose. We knew what our men were getting into when we,
it's not for
talked to them about it. No,
it's not for the week.
For sure not.
We are tough
yeah.
bitches.
Yeah, you've got to have,
There are times when you're going to have to hold a newborn. I had to do this last year. I had to hold my baby in my arms 3 o'clock in the morning and puke in the toilet because I was sicker than a dog. I mean, you just don't have any resources, any means to help you. You have to be strong enough to figure it out. Yeah. I just actually got off a 10-day binge without sleeping because my daughter had a double ear infection and a viral upper respiratory. And she's 1.
While Hickey was at work.
He was at work. I don't have a good family support system to help me, so I literally went 10 days without sleep. And
I offered to come over, but she didn't want my babies getting sick.
That and, Emily and I both pride ourselves on the fact that we don't get help and we don't ask for help. We do it all.
I don't ever ask for help.
We're super moms.
Hell yeah, we are. We so are.
But I'm not going to lie. 3 o'clock in the morning when I haven't slept for days, I am bawling my eyes out because I am so tired.
So sleep deprived.
But, that's what I'm talking about. There are so many things that happen, so many struggles, and so many different things between trying to make ends meet, dealing with sick babies, worrying about our husbands,
making sure that our husbands have money while they're away.
Yes.
They have to pay for their hotel, they have to pay for their food, their gas.
So they can have.
Exactly. Exactly. We have to go without just so that they can have stuff that they need while they're out of town, because we do have the warm house. We do have our own beds. We're at home. They're gone. They're going to need the stuff more than we do.
Yeah.
And so for us to be able to let them have the stuff that they need, sometimes we have to go without paying bills. And that is true life. There's nothing more to it than true life. And, like I said, the guys, the per diem and the overtime is not always guaranteed. It depends on where they're working, what they're working with, how much their per diem is. Sometimes it's $30 a day. Sometimes it's $170 a day. Mm-hmm. So you never know how much your paycheck's going to be. So you can say like, oh yeah, next week I'm going to have all this money to go out and do whatever. But then the paycheck comes and you're like, oh fuck, I don't have any money because he only got paid $30 a day, and there's all your money because that's just how it happens.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but I thought that their paycheck was going to be bigger this time for
so did I. Pay. So did I. Shane got paid $400 extra. That's all
Rob
he got.
didn't get any extra. His last paycheck was more than this one.
Really? Shane's was bigger this time. By $400, that's all.
It's fucking ridiculous. That's what I'm talking about. They work all these holidays, and there's no perk to it at all. They're just away from their families.
Except they miss their kids and their families, exactly.
Yeah. But they do it so that they can support us.
Because that's what they have to do. They know that that's what they have to do. And if I had to go out and get a job tomorrow, I would.
Me too.
I really would.
I would. I'm a cosmetologist. But
I don't do anything.
I don't have to work. Mainly because a lot of oilfield wives don't. I know that there are some that do. Don't get me wrong. There are some oilfield wives that work. But a lot of oilfield wives don't work because that's the husband's choice, and it is a big luxury. Because
a big reason why a lot of oilfield wives don't work is because they have the 14 days on, 14 days off, and on their 14 days off, if your spouse is working, how are you supposed to go on vacation? Because your spouse is not going to be able to get 14 days off at a time. Mm-mm. It just does not happen like that. I used to work, and
the roughnecks want their wives all to themselves the whole 14 days.
And I'll tell you what, it is like being sexually abused that whole 14 days.
They are so perverted
because they know they're not going to get her for another 14 days.
Like her husband said,
he is my horny little man.
On a marine ship.
I call him my horny little man, for real. I'm not even kidding. That's his nickname because that's just how he is. But you know what, honestly, I like it. I'm not going to lie, because 14 days at a time, I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
So,
well, in conclusion,
I hope you enjoyed how, this is honestly how our life goes. And, like we've said before, it's not easy. It's really not. It is a hard life, and not everybody can do it. And I've seen, actually one of my really good friends, her husband, he has not been able to do it, because he misses his child too much. So,
yeah, a lot of guys are like that. They just can't do it.
Yeah, so it's not easy.
Follow us around for a little bit. Get to know our family.
And we promise you'll enjoy it. Cause
we promise you will laugh.
We're pretty crazy.
A lot.
I got a lot of drama in my family, I'll tell you that.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
There's always a fight somewhere.
I ruined Christmas, by the way.
She did ruin Christmas.
And it was my husband's family, and he wasn't even home.
I ruined last Christmas, so.
Hey, it's all good. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed our video, and hope you enjoyed watching it. So let us know what you think of it, and we'll be waiting.
And thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, thank you so much for this opportunity. We're so hoping for it. We think that it'll actually be a lot of fun.
Oh my gosh.
Because then we really think that, I think that it'll show my husband that it's not all peachy keen at home when he's away, because,
we like to bitch. So
I do.
I like to bitch a lot.
I do bitch a lot. Ashley hears it all the time. So, I'm not going to lie, I stick dirty Q-tips in her pillowcase.
It's not boring by any means.
No.
Pick us.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.